Alright, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode here on SHARKNEWZ Extra, where I talk about various other action figure brands. And in today's episode, on November 24th, which was yesterday at the time of making this video, we are really getting close to completing the JADA Toys Street Fighter line. And I will tell you, for those who have been keeping up to date with this channel and those who have been watching my Street Fighter toy reveal videos, that Street Fighter, or should I say JADA Toys, is probably the only company right now to actually complete, at the time of making this video, the entire roster for a single video game, which we have never gotten, at least to my knowledge, before. Now, as a huge Mortal Kombat fan, there's not one toy company that's ever completed an entire Mortal Kombat roster, even if it's the first Mortal Kombat game that only had 7 characters. Now, JADA Toys comes out of nowhere and says, we're going to do Street Fighter. And we know that Street Fighter has a lot of characters, and they are basically 2 characters away from actually completing an entire roster of video games. So that is extremely impressive and extremely awesome. So with that being said, yesterday on November 24th, on the Big Bad Toy Store website, link will be in this description below, they revealed that Ehonda is the next pre-order figure that is going for $35, which will be shipping on the first quarter of 2026. So let's quickly just take a look at these images and just kind of enjoy it for what it is. Now, I was a huge Street Fighter Championship Edition fan for the Sega Genesis, so Ehonda was one of those characters that always kicked my ass, but he was always an interesting one because I loved his level with the sauna or bathtub, and with it, the level that we were in the bathroom, etc., etc. So, Ehonda was just one of those characters that was just tough in my opinion. So, just by looking at the images that we have, this figure just looks absolutely incredible. I mean, there's really not much to him in terms of design or aesthetics, but I will tell you, if I can just find a really good one here. Well, Ehonda, just, the sumo wrestler that he is, he has the cloth piece wrapped around his waist, and other than that, it's really just his body type and the muscle definition, which really is, nothing too crazy, but it definitely defines how he looked like in the video games. And then he's got the bun on top of with his hair, but then he's got the eyebrows with the red paint. Now, that is basically as iconic as it gets, so his style and design is just pretty much very accurate, so I like that. Then he also comes with his signature hand effect, so I do apologize. I don't really remember at the top of my head the name of this particular move, but this is a very fantastic looking thing. I mean, he's got the effects there, so gives you that, where he moves his hand up and down. That's really awesome. And then he's got the, I guess, flying headbutt. Again, I apologize if I don't remember the actual name, but this looks really awesome because this is a very signature staple move of his in the games, and I always loved it when he did it because it was just so badass whenever he would fight in the games. Then he's got like that little butt stomp thing, which is really cool. And then, yeah, otherwise, like, again, it's a very simple, straightforward figure, nothing too crazy, but I do love the muscle definition. The articulation looks great, and just the bulkiness of him really gives it that sumo wrestler vibe. And then he's got like the signature pose there as well, which is really great. And the figure does come with these 3 alternate hands to give you that effect, where he moves his hand up and down, an alternate head sculpt with him smiling, and just 2 alternate regular hands, whereas in this photo, he's got the 2 fisted hands. So I am aware that in Street Fighter or any other fighting game, there's always other variants of them out there. In the sense of we should see another color scheme of this guy come out at some point I think it was red and white. I could be wrong, but I think so. Or was it green and white? I don't know. But otherwise, we should see another variant of him coming soon at some point. But the thing that I find very interesting about this particular figure is that this is a deluxe version. So not that much stuff to be considered a deluxe in my opinion, but it is fine for what it is because Street Fighter, these figures are just absolutely incredible. So congratulations to JADA Toys for once again giving us another figure to enjoy, which will be in 2026. Which again, at the time of making this video, which only means that if I remember off the top of my head, the last two figures we have is Thawk and Zangief. Once we get those two, it seems like they're doing more just like two figures per wave, I guess, so that's fine. So the second portion of this video we're going to go over really quickly is the new Marvel versus Capcom Kith JADA Toys Ryu figure. To be quite honest, I have no idea what Kith even is, and I guess it's just a clothing store. I don't even know. Let me just quickly just check it. Let's go to the men's. Yeah, so it's like a clothing store. So I don't know. I've never even heard of this, but they did a collaboration with the JADA Toys, and then we got another Ryu figure to coincide with all the other Ryus that we have, part of the JADA Toys line, which is cool. It says Kith there on Ryu's hands. Muscle definition is fine. He's wearing the black outfit, which is pretty cool. He's got some gold lettering there on the gi, red headband, nice little facial expression, which is all great. Got the fireball effect. And I do see here that I don't know if the original white version, white gi outfit of Ryu had the same textures, but this one looks like it has a lot more sculpting within the gi outfit, which is pretty cool. Then it says Kith on the back within the Street Fighter style color fonts, so they're red and oranges and yellows. So this Ryu comes with an alternate head, two hands, the Hadouken effect, and then a stand. And yeah, I mean, this is interesting. Like, it's a very wild combination of clothing brands and an action figure. So I just thought it was very weird, but cool at the same time. So Sarah says Kith Ryu, pretty cool. So then we have here the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Final Challengers, and again, just look at the roster here. We are pretty much almost done. We just have to have T-Hawk, which is right next to Guile, and we have Zangief, which is right next to Dhalsim and Chun-Li. And yeah, T-Hawk's next to Fei Long. So yeah, we are almost almost done. So this is pretty cool, and pretty exciting because even though the prices are going pretty high for these figures, I hope to complete or get this line someday in the future, but otherwise, really awesome. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys all for watching. The links will be in the description below, and I'll talk to you all in the next episode when they ever reveal T-Hawk and Zangief.